Hey folks, Jim from Salvinos J R Models, and in Rick Salvinos and my efforts to keep you your building desks full of good stuff, this week I have our kit of the month for the Builders Club. It is Richard Petty's 1985 Pontiac Grand Prix. Yeah, we did a Richard Petty Pontiac Grand Prix a couple of years ago. This is different because it's different race, different decal package with the little dark STP and the sideways 43 on the top. So let's take a look and see what we got inside. So here we go. Here's the Richard Petty 1985 Pontiac Grand Prix. And we'll take a look inside there. Molded in beautiful Petty blue. So that'll go real good when you go to put those vermilion decals down on there. If you want to paint it, you can paint it. If you don't want to paint it, you don't got to paint it. It's done and ready for you. Okay, the 1/25th scale, oh no, these are 1/24th, sorry, scale round squishy things are both round and squishy, slightly. Okay, there we go with the windscreen for it. This is the new windshield that we made for all the 1980s versions of the monogram kits. So that is our new revised windshield. And one side of these are the Monte Carlo opera windows, and the other side is for this kit. I don't know which is which, so offhand. So you'll have to just test them out when you get into it. So here we go with all of the parts. So let's see. These are for those of you who have built the monogram kits over the years. This is the monogram molds. You know, we were very fortunate to have been offered to purchase these when we first started, and we were able to get these molds. And because Atlantis Models, it didn't quite fit into what they do with their models, because they don't do stock cars. We do stock cars, so we were able to purchase the monogram molds, and we consider ourselves the stewards of these molds. So let's see, that got a little tweak there, but there we go. There's the chassis, the rear suspension. And we shoot them all in blue, so yeah, you're going to have to paint some parts, but they're the internals. There you go. Hood, dashboard, back there's a fuel tank, the top of the fuel cell. And here's bumper grills, or bumpers, I should say, and the side roll cages. Yeah, I know these sections of this mold are a little bit, they're a little bit wonky. They took a whole lot of abuse for all the years of producing kits, and maybe one day we'll do some work. I don't know, but anyway, there's a little bit of work. Just be careful with your hobby knife. Okay. There's our chrome tree, and there's a spoiler living in here. See, they over at Tombull, it fell off the other tree, so they just put it in there with me. So actually, it might be that way, so because that way you don't have to deal with a chrome spoiler. I'm not sure. I don't have a magnet, but our chrome is real chrome. You can actually put a magnet on here, and it will hold on. So do not try to cut it off. Do not try to dip it or anything like that. You will not get our chrome off, because this is real chrome, like on your car bumper. So now let's take a look inside and see what our decals look like. So there's the somebody called our instruction sheet a coloring book, because there's so much in there. So there we go. Oh man, do those things stand out. So there is your decal sheet. So For those of you who love Richard Petty kits but have never really built them because of you had to do the two-tone paints by yourself. Or in our first couple of years, we started doing vermilion sheets, but they were a little bit stiff. Now these with these cartograph decals, they go on really nice. So you will be able to build this kit. So there you go with Richard Petty's Pontiac Grand Prix from 1985 Daytona, and just a quick run through. Not a lot of detail needs to be put into that. I got a comment on one of our videos, the one on the IndyCar, asking some information about some of the details in there. So I thought today I would make some renderings in Keyshot, which is just a phenomenal rendering program, and to show you some of the details about that's going to be in the IndyCar kits. So let's take a look at that. So this is the Chevy engine. This is not exactly how it's going to come in the box, but you can do this yourself. So the engine block and the transmission, they're in a metallic color, just kind of a base metallic color. You've seen that in some of our kits. The black parts are going to be in black, but you can go back. You can add those detailed colors, like painting the headers. Painting them, whether it be you want to make them look chrome, stainless, put some heat on there, which I can imagine these things are just going to look insane. So I am so looking forward to seeing what you guys do with them. Here's another view. There's the front view of the Chevy. The front of the engine is different on the Chevys and the Hondas, just as the valve covers are different and the air intakes for the engine going into the turbos. So here's the top-down view of it, and you can see what it looks like. Above the Salvinos logo, there is what they call the attenuator, which is the carbon fiber box around the end of the transmission. It's kind of like a rear bumper, and it's also the support for the rear wing. You can see the details on the rear suspension, and you'll be able to. The rear suspension will come in black. You can go back and you can, of course, paint the silver parts or the aluminum looking parts. The shocks, I believe, those are on the metallic tree. You can paint your springs whatever color you want to paint your springs and your shock bodies. If you want to make them look gold anodized aluminum, knock yourself dead. There's a whole lot of things you're going to be able to do with this one. So here's another view of the back end, the attenuator. You can see the brake light on the back. You can see the disc brakes. The brake and the brake caliper will be a single piece. I've updated the axles. They're a little bit different now from what you see. They will actually have a glue-on cap on the outside that looks like the nut for holding them onto the wheels. And here's a look at what the Honda's like. Yeah, you can tell the valve covers are different. Though their turbos are identical, they sit in there backwards of each other. So the Honda, the headers go towards the back. The Chevy, the headers go towards the front. The air intakes into the turbos are different, but most of the other parts are the same. They do, let's see, I'll show it in a minute. So there's another side of it. You can see what the engine looks like. And the front of the engines are different because, oddly enough, the front of the engines are different. So you can paint the tops of the front of the engine also fit into the valve covers. So I was able to get a little bit more detail in there for you. You're not going to see these once you plug them into the car, but you know what? It's that salvation of, or that satisfaction of building something, and you know what's inside there, and you can put all the detail on there that you want. And then here's the back view on the Honda. So you can see the suspension and the brakes and everything there. And then The person was also interested to know about, front suspension. All of the front suspension parts are pretty much separate. The lower A arms, both on the front and the rear, are a single piece, so that when you glue them all together, they are really nice and solid and will hold everything together. It'll help you to be able to get all four tires on the ground, and which is what we're actually going to be recommending, that where the suspension push rods go into the monococks from the sides, when you assemble them, don't glue them in there right away. That way, once you get it all finished, you can set it on all fours, and if you have to fiddle a little bit with one wheel to make sure that you get it to fit flat, you'll be able to monkey with the suspension a little bit, make it work up and down just a tiny bit, glue it into the monocoque at that point, and there you go. So it's a little bit of a twofer today. So anyway, looking forward to getting next month's kits out. I don't know what they are offhand at the moment, but I know we're going to have some good stuff. 2024 is going to be crazy good. Somebody walking by my house. 2024 is going to be crazy good with all sorts of neat stuff. We're going to be coming out with the Indy cars probably around the beginning of March. Keep our fingers crossed and make sure everything goes well. And I'm going to be starting in days. I'm going to be starting on the new body for the 2024 Mustang and the 2024 Toyota Camry. So we got those going on. Also, right now, if you go to our website, salvinosjrmodels.com, we are having a Black Friday week sale, 20% off of our in-stock kits. Doesn't include, I don't think it includes the kits for November, but it's the kits that we still have in stock. Hey, it's a great deal on some great kits. So go take advantage of that. Take advantage of us. SalvinosJRModels.com. And once again, Rick Salvino and myself appreciate that you're following us, that you're buying our kits, and you're building your kits, and we love seeing what you guys do. So thanks again, and as soon as I get next month's kits, I'll come out with some more new videos.